Lucas, Brian and Brandon, the business children. This is another story of the boy Lucas. A child who had superpowers, abilities and special gifts, which made him grow quickly, make time pass, transport himself in it and thus become whatever he wanted. Lucas generally acted like a normal child, according to his age, curious, loving, playful and questioning. Only in the face of certain casual events did Lucas react and motivate himself to transform. Lucas always did this with the goal of helping people, his family and the world. Luke's purpose was clear: to make the world a better place for everyone. One day Lucas was passing through the living room of his house and overheard a conversation between his parents and a friend of theirs. The conversation was about money, business, creating your own business and investing money. But what interested Lucas the most was hearing two words unknown to him: Roth IRA. Upon hearing this, Lucas was paralyzed and very curious. Lucas kept playing calmly near where they were talking, paying close attention. Lucas was interested in the topic and was very motivated, but he needed more information. In the living room of Lucas's house there was a clock on the wall and Lucas looked at it and looked at it. The hours passed, the conversation became more and more interesting. His parents' friend did not leave and Lucas became more and more anxious. Lucas had many doubts and questions about the subject to ask his father. Lucas was just waiting for the man to leave his house, to start asking his dad about all this. His parents' friend left a little late, so Lucas had to wait until the next morning. Everyone went to bed, to sleep. The next day Lucas woke up very early. Lucas's curiosity was so great that Lucas woke up his father and began to ask him. The questions followed one after another. What is a business? What is an entrepreneur? How do you make money with a business? What is investing money? How to invest? And of course the two interesting little words, Roth IRA. Lucas's father answered Lucas's questions one by one. After listening to his father, Lucas felt motivated to become an entrepreneur, create his own business, earn money and invest it to multiply it. So he started thinking about what to do to get started with this and achieve his goal. It occurred to Lucas that since summer was hot where he lived, he would work during the summer months, from June to August, in a business selling juices, smoothies and smoothies, made from natural fruits. To do this, Lucas needs many things: money, a catchy name, a rolling counter, a cash register, cardboard and glass cups, ice and of course fruits. Then Lucas had a brilliant idea for the name of his business, Tropy Lucas. With everything thought out, Lucas, with a magical stroke, grew up to 10 years old and began to work and buy everything he needed. Since Lucas had no money, he asked his parents for a loan, with the condition that he would pay them back with the profits from the business. Lucas's parents once again supported him with this task. Lucas put the mobile counter in front of his house and started his business. Lucas included in his business additional information that he offered to customers about the properties and vitamin composition of the fruits that he used in his creations, to delight and refresh customers. Lucas printed papers with photos of the fruits and information. The work was very arduous for him alone, cutting the fruits, serving the customers, making the different preparations, and of course getting paid. So he decided to contact his cousins Brian and Brandon to work with him in his business. Lucas talked with his cousins Brian and Brandon, explained his business and his purpose with it, but he also told his cousins that by participating in the business, they would improve their confidence, practice their mathematics, develop their ability to interact with people, and leave their shyness behind. And of course they would make money for themselves. Brian and Brandon were motivated by Lucas's proposal and joined the business. The days passed and more people came to Trophy Lucas to cool off from the stifling heat. The clientele increased so much that Lucas was able to return the entire loan to his parents, pay what was agreed upon to his cousins, and obtain large profits. Then Lucas remembered the conversation he had with his father and the need to invest the money to multiply it. Lucas thought for a few minutes and remembered the two magic words, Roth IRA. Lucas decided that he would talk to his parents so that they could take him to the bank to open an account of this type in his name. Lucas's dad, surprised by this request from Lucas, asked Lucas, "Why do you want to do this?" Lucas scratched his head and answered, "To multiply my money, be a millionaire at 50. Live better and give you a very good life, like you and mommy do with me." At the end of July, Control Magic Blow Lucas returned to his original age and size and did the same for his cousins Brian and Brandon. The next year, Lucas got into the time machine, and with Brian and Brandon, transformed into older boys, returning to the fray with the Trophy Lucas business. Profits from the business continued to increase and Lucas continued to invest them in his Roth IRA account. Lucas was already of school age and asked himself, why wasn't this taught in schools? Lucas understood that schools don't teach you how to be a businessman, only how to be a good employee. So Lucas, Brian and Brandon each created an elective class or interest circle in their schools about business, investing and financial education. Lucas, Brian and Brandon understood that this knowledge was not exclusive to them and that if they could learn and apply it, other children could too. Lucas, Brian and Brandon became famous as child entrepreneurs and spread their knowledge and experiences with other children. Soon his fame reached the ears of the superintendent and was applied in all the schools in his county, throughout his state and later in all the schools in the country. Every year after the summer school break ended, and the month of August arrived, Lucas, Brian and Brandon, with a magical stroke, returned to the point of their origin and were once again younger children interested in the things of their ages. This story is another children's story that demonstrates the need for communication between parents and children, the unconditional love between them, and the need to create more entrepreneurs in the world to end poverty.